Hi, I'm Debbie from Ginger&Thyme, and welcome to the second episode of Ginger&Thyme's vlog or podcast, however you want to call it. And previous podcast, I talked about my Valentina socks, my mirablouse, who is both in testing right now, and also my work in progress. That was a new sweater for my 5-year-old boy. So today, I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the web shop because for those who follow me already for a while, I own my own yarn web shop at ginger&thyme.be because we're based in Belgium, of course, and so I'm gonna chat a little bit about that, and later in the vlog, we're gonna talk about my yarn brand that we're selling. We're cooperating with. That's GABO WOOL, and I'm really excited to tell you all about that. So, I'm gonna sit easy because first of all, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Ginger&Thyme, the web shop. Yeah, I'm already 30 years old, and I think when I was 20 years old, I just from then on I dreamed about having my own yarn store. But when I was thinking about my own yarn store, I was thinking about a physical yarn store. But yeah, for a physical yarn store, there's so much to do before you can really open it. So I just never progressed through that. And I thought it's not something that I dare to do because I was pretty scared to begin to search and doing research to own an own yarn store or yarn company. So yeah, but that was just through my mind all the time. So that was my big dream, and still is my big dream, of course, to open my own yarn store. But yeah, with COVID and stuff, and yeah, all that when going on, and on my day job, I'm a teacher I'm educated as a teacher. Um, but that wasn't fulfilling myself anymore. I think that was good English. That wasn't fulfilling myself anymore. Um, that I thought here in Belgium, I don't know how it is in other countries, but you can be like have a day job and besides that, creating an own company, and it's not that difficult. You just go on the internet and you pay like $50 or something, and you can register your own company. So on January 2022, that's like a year ago or something, I just did that. I said to my husband, who wasn't my husband then, but now he is, um, I just want to do that. I just want to do that, but I don't want to have an own physical store. I just want to have a web shop. I didn't really go into research before getting the company name and stuff. I just did it upside way, opposite. I just did it. Yeah, I just did it the other way. I first had my company and then I did the research. And yeah, you first strew on brands that everybody know, that has that a lot of stores had. But when it opened, I just had a few. And after a while, GABO just came on our way. So very new at the yarn market. And it's just so fun because you see that they're expanding rapidly and we're expanding also. So it's very cool to cooperate with GABO. And I got a few qualities here. And I also knit a few garments already with GABO. And maybe the first I'll show you is the anderssweater. I'm just wearing it right now. And it's been I've been testing this a few months ago, I think, for Colibri by Joanna. I think she's German, if I'm not mistaken. And she's like a big designer, and she had regularly test knits, and I thought, wow, this anderssweater, when I saw it on my Instagram, that would be perfect to knit up with GABO Highland. And of course it is, yeah, and wool. So first, Highland GABO wool, I will show you. It's the label here, and it's like a chunky yarn. Um, it says on the label that it's knitted with a 9mm needle size, and your gauge or your swatch is 9 stitches and 12 rows. It's for 10 centimeters. Yeah, and that is accurate. You know, that's exactly how you have to and that's accurate. So it's exactly how you have to knit with. I had for 100 grams, it comes in balls of 100 grams, has 70 meters. So if you want to knit a garment, you at least have you at least need about 9-10 balls if you have a size like medium large. But for this sweater, I did something else. But I'm going to show you a few colors, if that's all right for you, so you have an idea how Highland is in color range. I had a few new ones a few months ago, like that lavender I'll show you. That is a beautiful green one. We have such a fancy candy pink. I think that's a very beautiful pink. And I knit my anderssweater with this colorway. It's like a cherry red, or yeah, in Belgium we call it Bordeaux. I don't know if it's in English like that too. But it's like a very nice, not cherry red, but like a dark cherry red color. I thought it would be perfect to knit the anderssweater. So the anderssweater had a totally different um, needle size to knit it. So they also had other yarns recommended to knit this up. So I was in hospital when I gave birth to my latest son, my youngest. And I had my big needles with me, and I had that beautiful red with me. And I swatched at the hospital, and I knit the first rows because it's not knitted in round, but I did my first rows in the hospital. So I had to search a little bit because I think the pattern says needle size 15 millimeters, and I think a 12 for the borders. But yeah, I knitted with a 12 and one strand of Highlands, but that just didn't go right. So after a long story short, I knitted the garment two-stranded held together, and a needle size 10 for the body, and like, yeah, the regular pattern. And for all the borders and the cuffs, the hems, I knitted with an 8mm needle size. So if you're wondering, hey, can I get the information because I want to knit my own anderssweater as well, we have on our page, on our website, we have like a knitspo page, and there you can find everything I was test knitting or knitting for myself and my family. That is not a Ginger&Thyme pattern. You can find all the information, how I modified the patterns a little bit, and what kind of yarn you can use. So you can find it all there. But that is just so I would truly recommend the Highland wool for the anderssweater. But maybe if you have another needle size, you can just do one strand. And I think the garment is now really stiff. You know, like you see already my sleeve is like coming through here, but you know, you can like stretch it out and then it's perfect, but it just it's a little bit stiff. So if I would do it a second time, I would do just one strand and maybe adjust the needle size so I can have same gauge F or same swatch as pattern says. But that's something else. Next time I want to show you up is GABO's fog, and it's such a squishy yarn. It's so soft. It comes in various colors, like this bright colors, pastels. We have this beige, and it has such a nice fluffiness. I will show you the yellow one because I saw the sheet cards of GABO's fog, and yeah, yellow is not really my color, but I know and I knew somebody's just gonna fall in love with this bright yellow and knit some beautiful garment or a beautiful sweater out of this yellow fog pad. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's like so fluffy, and it's like fleece. It's like if you knit up a garment of it, it's like a fleece garment, and it just holds all your warmth. It's really warm, and I'm gonna say what's on the label too. You have to knit it with about a 5mm needle size, and then your swatch is like 16 stitches and 24 rows, and that's exactly what it is. I knit something too about on the fog, on the GABO fog, and it's actually the ginger sweater. And yes, it's ginger too, just like our name or our web shop and my hair. So yeah, this pattern is also on our Knitspo page on the website. This is the ginger sweater of Adorable Knits, and Dorothy is one is designer of Adorable Knits, and she just live actually nearby. She lives here in Belgium, and yeah, she discovered the fog and she thought, wow, I should make a sweater of it. I designed a sweater for special for fog, or especially for, yeah, she was inspired, and she she called the sweater design the ginger sweater. That was really wow. That that was mind blowing. I when I discovered she just called her design ginger, that was like really wow. So yeah, but actually it's already out now and it's a wonderful design. I'm gonna show it to you. It's like an easy cable pattern with like a color that's a little bit higher, and it has like straight sleeves. I just did a little bit of decreasing before I was hemming, just because I like wearing them more. But actually, they're just straight sleeves, a straight body. So actually, it's pretty easy going. Once you have the cable pattern going, it's like really easy, and I really like that. It's just knitted in fog. It was such a pleasure to knit up this garment because it's so soft and just going, and it's like a blanket. If the spiral is almost done or you're on Sleeve Island, you can just lay the body of the ginger sweater onto your knees, and it's like a blanket. And I really like it, and I can really recommend this pattern and use it with the fog. It's like designed to do that. So yeah, I'm a really big fan of ginger sweater, but also a really big fan of fog from GABO. Yeah, that's just how it is. So but on to the next, because we have so much more. I showed you in the first episode actually, the mirablouse, and I told you a little bit about that it is in test knitting right now. It's a new design, and all the elements of the pattern I just showed you, like the buttons and the collar and the sleeves, but I didn't tell you really more about the eco brushed or the colorful brushed, and it's also of GABO. So yeah, I have to show you right now. So as I mentioned before, testers are, we have like a bunch of testers. There were a lot of testers that were applying, and we have like a large group of testers, and they all picked like different colors to knit up the mirablouse, because that's how it's I'm gonna call it, the mirablouse. And they just picked, you have the eco brush that's non dyed, and we have the colorful brush that is dyed in various colors, and like each tester just picked another color from the palette. And yeah, the mirablouse is like beautiful in every single color. Let me show you a few colors, because yeah, I really like how it is. That is definitely the most softest baby alpaca that I have touched in my life. I really mean it. That's like really true. That is, this one here is an example of an eco brush, so that's a more natural color. They come in 6 colors, I think, the eco brushes. So like a white, an off-white, a gray one. We have also off-white. We have a light gray, we have a darker gray, and we have like 2 tones of brownish. And yeah, GABO is really fantastic for the brushed alpaca, because it's 100% baby brushed alpaca. And like I mentioned before in the previous episode, the thread is like a little bit bent. I don't know if I can show it to you here on, but I don't know. Maybe you can see it, maybe not. But it's like, yeah, it's like waves in the thread. The thread itself is like waved, and the fluffiness is coming out of that thread. And you see it, if you see the skein or the ball, yeah, that's all fluffiness. It's like a baby alpaca in like one skein. It's like, yeah, it's all fluffiness, and as you see it, it's actually how it feels. It's like so fluffy, it's so soft. I had another kind of blend of another yarn brand that we're not selling. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of yarn brand, but we had like the same, pretty much the same sort of yarn, but then with silk in it, and it's not even close how fluffy this is. This is just so much comfortable to wear. It's not how you call it, it's not staining, it's not itchy. That's the word I was looking for. It's not itchy at all. It's like you can just hug it. So that's the best quality of baby alpaca that's affordable. That's definitely the one of GABO. So yeah, it comes in various colors. I'm going to show you a few colorfuls. Like we have a poppy red, we have a bright green, we have the mint. That's the sample that I knitted is in mint green. We have like lemon. It's like a green with a little bit touch of yellow. Yeah, we have like that beautiful, yeah, like purple, pink. Yeah, we have like a bunch of colors. I really recommend that. And I just have to show you one quality more of GABO, and that's when I mentioned the previous episode. I'm just going always back. I showed you my sample of a new design, and oh, it's not good. I showed you a sample that I'm knitting right now, and it's a boy's sweater, and I'm now knitting up the front. So I just divided for the sleeves, and I just going back and forth to knit the front panel right now. So as you can see, the drape is like very airy. I'm busy with my third skein, so actually that's okay. Oh, so actually that's okay. And yeah, I'm like how the design turns out. It's a really simple boy sweater, or unisex sweater. I will look if it's an unisex or not, if it's ready. But I think girls or boys, they're gonna both like this design. I think it's not it's designed with my oldest boy in my mind, but actually it can be a girl too, I think. So I'm busy designing this one, and I used also GABO, and it's GABO Baby Alpaca. Such a squishy baby alpaca, but it's more like a solid thread. It's not fluffy, it's just a little bit, you see like the gloom of baby alpaca. It's just a regular baby alpaca, but it's really, really very soft. And yeah, it's perfect for garments for children, or a lighter sweater or something, or to pair with another thread. That's also possible. Maybe if you want to have the brush alpaca together with a baby alpaca, you'll have a very solid or a thicker yarn, maybe DK or something. And it comes in various colors. I picked more pastels and more neutrals to get in the shop. I will show you how they look. Like you have a gray one on top, and then like a dusty pink or something, or old pink in the middle, and then you have like a baby blue on the bottom. And the sample I'm knitting now is like a mustard, and I think it's a really cool color. Yeah, my oldest can choose what color he liked. I was like a little bit supporting him to the mustard, but he picked the mustard actually at the end, so I think it's a good choice. So yeah, it's just a good quality for a good budget. Yeah, I have the 4 qualities of GABO here with me. They have also a merino. We haven't stocked them yet in our range. Maybe we will, but we will see. And yeah, that's a little bit what I wanted to talk about is GABO. So we have the Highland, that's a chunky yarn. We have the Fock, that's like a fleece, not a sleeve, but a fleece yarn. Then we have the baby alpaca, that's also very soft, but more a regular yarn, but also squishy and soft. And then we have the eco brushed and the colorful brushed alpaca from the mirablouse. That's also so soft and squishy. I'm gonna live in it. So I think I have nothing more to say today to you. I hope you had a nice moment here. And if you want to have more information about yarns, you can go to our web shop. It's www.gingersandthyme.be, because we're based in Belgium, and we ship to various European countries. So don't hesitate to ask something about, or yeah, maybe you want to see more pictures or anything else. So we can absolutely help you out. If you have more questions about the patterns I showed you, you can also go to our web shop, either in the Knitspo for the Anders and the Gingersweater, or in for our own patterns that comes out in the near future. You can also find all the informations there. Thank you. Happy knitting. Bye.